In this case, we will create a summer camp for the Mill Street Tennis Club. Of course, this can be used for any sort of activity. We just chose to use a tennis club for this example. It'll be a Monday to Friday activity, and it will be a summer camp, so it will be July to August. So the end result will look like this. All your activity information, price, everything you have here, and of course, registration. So from an administrator point of view, the first thing you see when you log into your Camps for Club platform will be your dashboard. So this is where you have all your current activities, revenue right here. Of course, as I mentioned, from an admin point of view, if you were to log in as a coordinator, you would not have access to all the revenue. So that's a very interesting feature, to say the least. So let's go ahead and create an event right here with create event. Pretty straightforward. What you want to put in there is the information regarding your event. In this case, we are making a summer camp that we will call the Sunshine Tennis Camp 2024. You can add a capacity. This is a very interesting feature in this case. For example, if you were a smaller club, you would have capacity only for 20 campers. So you put in 20. What this will do is that it will only allow 20 people to register. And once you've reached that cap of 20, they won't be able to register anymore, but they will be able to register on a waiting list. So should you have to take someone out of the camp, or should someone cancel for whatever reason, then you would know who to contact next to have them, to give them a space basically on the camp. So that's a very, very interesting feature. You can add a category. This is easier to find your activities on your page. So in this case, we are a tennis club. We have adult coaching, junior coaching. These would be more year-round activity. And then right here we have camps. So in this, we would put our Easter camp, our summer camp, and such. So custom registration message, this will automatically put in that is limited to 20, but you can put any sort of custom registration message. If this, for example, were to be a event that is only members only to whatever club, you could write this right here. You can customize it to your liking. We're going to go ahead and add the description of the event, which I already have a pretty lengthy one. I have all the information here, but of course, when it comes to time, dates, and all that, you will have the space to write it down a little bit lower here. So we have, this is of course an activity that has to do with kids, so I do like to put a lot of information, like for example, they're going to have a lunch break, so we'll add that in here, all the information. Then you want to put in a cover image, and we have it right here. And then this is the basic information, basically, of your activity. We will now go ahead and add the schedule. This is, as I've mentioned, a summer camp, so it is not a one-day activity. It is an activity that's going to take place on 2 months. So in this case, as we have in the description above, it will start on the 1st of July and it will finish on the 30th of August. The start time, as I've mentioned up there, is we're going to put 9 to 4 p.m. So this is the time, again, this is a kid's activity, so this is the time that the kid would be dropped off and would be picked up. And this is, as I've mentioned, a Monday to Friday activity, so basically a week activities, so we would put in Monday to Friday. Leaving Saturday, Sunday off. If it was a weekend activity, you could just put weekend. If it was just an activity that starts in one day and finishes in the same day, obviously there would be no need to write this, but this is just an extra feature that you can have here with Camps for Clubs. Is the activity in person, online event? Of course, there is the possibility of doing an online event. You could put in all your Google Meet information. This could be any sort of activity. I find that normally it's more bakeries in a cooking class, maybe that they will have a cheaper version of their normal class. And then what they will do is they will do an online one, which is cheaper, which you can do from home. And once you apply, you receive an email with the ingredients you need to buy and the Google Meet or Zoom link to the event. So very, very interesting. In this case, for a tennis club or especially a tennis summer camp, it will be in person. So it will be at the Mill Street Tennis Club. And the location, I'm just going to add here a random location of a tennis club or a tennis court in Miami. So of course you could put in the location of where it is, but for this demonstration we will add a random tennis court in Miami. Now on to price. Of course, for the sake of this demonstration, this will be a paid event, but you do also have the opportunity of adding free events. The way, of course, the platform works is that we do take a 4.9% fee out of every transaction. However, if it is a free event, you can't take 4.9 of free. So it would be completely free, leaving you to use the platform completely free of charge. In this case, we will continue with the example. We'll put an easy number. We'll put 100 euros. The platform does say euro for me because I am based in Europe, but if you would be based in the United States, for example, you would be showing here USDs. So service charge, we will add a service charge because it's something pretty common nowadays that you see whenever you buy a ticket online, whether a concert ticket, a plane ticket, you do have the service fee. And of course, the service fee is the way for you as an organizer to be using the platform completely free of charge. So as you know, we do take a 4.9% of every sale that you will make. So 4.9% of 100 would be 4 euros and 90. So we can just put 4.90 here. And so this way, the money that we would take from the sale, you would gain back. So this way, it'll make the platform completely cost neutral for your organization, which is a really, really great way of doing it. You can add multiple registration. This is good maybe for, since it's a summer camp, you can have kids of the same family. Of course, if you're a parent and they don't give you option to put 2 kids, it's a bit annoying to go back and register another kid. So at this point, you can put 1 to 5. You can add group discounts if you want. In this case, we will not add group discounts, but know that this is something that you can completely do. You can add your own conditions here. For example, discounts only apply to a member of the same family, and then you can add your rules. More than 2 people, you would get 10 euro discounts. More than 3 people, you would get a 30 euro discount, for example. You can add these as you want, but like I've mentioned, in this case, we will not be going into group discounts, but do know that this is a very interesting option. Contact details, pretty straightforward. In this case, the person in charge of the Mill Street Tennis Club is Isabel Cook. And this is her email, and she doesn't have a phone number on file, so her phone number is not here. Whoever you have in charge of your organization in your setting will go there, so you don't have to type it in every time. The one thing though is that if you want to make sure, if you want to change it because it's someone else who's in charge of this class, for example, then you can add the name of the person in charge of this specific activity. Additional information, very good as well. You could request a phone number. Let's add this. For example, this is related to children, so you want to have a contact phone number. Ask for a separate contact detail. This would be for a guardian. Again, this is an activity related to children, so very important. If it was an adult-only activity, it would not be necessary, but in this case it is. It will ask you a guardian for every child that you add in. So discount code, if you want to have discount code available, this is the same area that you have when you are checking out. It says discount code. You might have some that are working at this moment. You might have some that are not, but you can add the discount code. And of course, right here is where you would manage your discount code. Private event, if this is an event, let's say that you are organizing only for a specific group, so only some specific people can register, you would add it as private. The only thing to be careful here is that if the event is private, then you cannot find it on your Camps for Club page. This is an event that someone will have to send you the link in order for you to have access. And along with private event, you can add passwords to make sure that only the people that are part of this event will register. Add a custom email. The platform will send you an email. Any email that we send, of course, we do have the platform in French, in Spanish, and in English. So if you want to add a custom email because for whatever reason you need to remind people of something, you can add a custom email. But if not, I would say most people use the emails that we already have going on. Custom registration date. This could be a very good marketing tool. For example, if your activity is set to start on like the summer camp, and you are making publicity, you're doing a lot of marketing push, and you are putting, because it is a 20 people only event, so you might want to do some publicity beforehand and put registration starts on the 1st of June, for example. And then what this would do is that people would be able to see your event online, but you would have a countdown as you that will be counting down to when the registration will be open. So again, this could be a very good marketing tool. And registration close, also very important. For example, this is a summer camp that the food for the children will be included. So you, the organizer, you will want to maybe close the registration 1 week before, so that gives you time to organize, to buy what you need to buy for the food, for example, and such. So registration open, registration close. By default, the registration will close 1 day before the event. So we will remove this. And the last, registration. Now on to registration question. We already are asking for guardian information, so there's no need to put this in there, but you can do any sort of question from single line text to multi-line text, multiple selection, single selection, yes, no, and date. For example, the simplest example that you can always use is if anyone has any allergies. Since in this camp there will be food included, this will be something that you want to ask, and you could make this a required question. Another question that you could put following this one would be, for example, a multi-line text, which would be, what allergies do you have? And then this one, I would not make it as a required question, because then it just kind of follows up with your first question that you added. You can add in, for example, the birth date. If you want to know the date of the birth date of the child that is that will be attending, you can add this. Really, any sort of question that you can think that are important, you can add them. We do have a client, for example, that makes recording, picture recording, video recording, and they do make a required question asking the parents if they are okay if pictures of their children are used for marketing purposes. So this is just a very good example of the kind of question that you could add. So we're just going to go ahead. In this case, we're not going to add any, and we will go ahead and create our event. So of course, if I had missed any sort of field, I would get that same little red writing that you get when you don't put in your credit card number right. It would say missing field, missing information, so you would fix it. In this case, we did a wonderful job, and here's the event. This is, of course, from your backend point of view, and this would be what it looks like from your participant point of view. So there you have it. summer sunshine tennis camp from Mill Street Tennis Club. Price, service charge, registration, date, what time, where, of course, description. You want a better idea of where it is, you click on the map, it tells you exactly where it is, which is the tennis court that I've selected on Ocean Drive. So there you go, all your information is here. And one last thing here that I wanted to show, your contact information. So this is where it comes out if anyone has any questions and they want to contact the organizer. We did change the name of this one, so this is the information to contact if you have any questions.